Welcome to the Sambodhi Learning and Development channel of 3K Transformation. Here you will find lot of inputs on business management systems, business excellence practices, innovation, strategy, problem solving, healthcare, fitness, fine art and culture with lot more fun. What we are doing today, tomorrow will decide our future. In business, generally we tend to be overconfident about the accuracy of our forecasts and risk management skills and end up in routine business of crisis management. Thanks to all viewers and subscribers for your valuable comments and likes to previous videos. We request new viewers and subscribers to see our previous video in series on 11 risk management principles and its integration with risk management framework and processes. Here are 11 risk management principles: value, transparent, continuous improvement, activity, human factors, size of purpose, best practice, establish, uncertainty, decision making, integration. If you look at the enterprise-wide perspective of the risk management framework, you can find the 11 principles at the center of the risk management. Then inputs from the organizational strategies, objectives, measures and targets, risk management policy, then risk management plans and the mandate and commitment from the top management. Then design of framework for managing risk, implementing risk management, then monitoring and reviewing the risk management framework, then continual improvement of the framework, then assurance and attestation of plan, then there is risk management processes and the risk reporting. Going forward, today we are going to explain you about the 7 design aspects of risk management framework that can ensure success of any business. The success of risk management will depend on the effectiveness of the management framework, providing the foundation and arrangements that will embed it throughout the organization at all levels. The framework assists in managing risk effectively through the application of the risk management process at varying levels and within specific contexts of the organization. The framework ensures that information about the risk derived from the risk management process is adequately reported and used as a basis for decision making and accountability at all relevant organizational levels. This framework is not intended to prescribe a management system, but rather to assist the organization to integrate risk management into its overall management system. Therefore, organization should adapt the components of the framework to their specific needs. Establishing risk management practices enables companies to make proactive data-driven decisions. Risk management is the process of identifying, categorizing, prioritizing and planning for risk before they become business issues. Hence, adequacy and effectiveness of risk management process is extremely important to ensure the actual benefit to the business. Every individual, institution and companies face risk. Without risk, there is no reward. The flip side is that too much risk can lead to a business failure. Risk management allows a balance to be struck between taking risks and mitigating risks. Effective risk management can add value to any organization. In particular, companies operating in the investment industry rely heavily on risk management as the foundation that allows them to withstand market crises. An effective risk management framework seeks to protect an organization's capital base and earnings without hindering growth. Furthermore, investors are more willing to invest in companies with good risk management practices. This generally results in lowering borrowing costs, easier access to capital for the firm and improved long-term performance. Now let us see one example that how the good risk management practices benefits to the organization by developing good reputation. As per the given chart, key reputation drivers are innovation, product or services, workplace practices, governance, stewardship, excellent management leadership, and profitable business performance. By enhancing client goodwill, helping to recruit, motivate, and thus retain key employees, creating a favorable perception by supervisors, and supporting a good rating agency status. By contrast, years of client goodwill can be lost through a single bad event that is widely reported. Consequently, protecting and enhancing the reputation of the bank is one of the three main guiding principles of credit issues. Risk is a way to safeguard yourself by preparing for the possibility of failure or danger. If you have prepared for risk, understand its potential to both serve and derail your business, then risk can help you widen the aperture and see things that may have beforehand been invisible. This will reduce down the degree of uncertainty in business. The key elements of a risk management program includes process, integration, culture and infrastructure. These elements may be flexible because these strategies, organizational structures, operating philosophies and risk profile may vary in with complexity across industries, firms and projects. But the approach for risk mitigation will always be similar. Here you can see the rationale for early warnings. So with our proactive actions, the degree of uncertainty will get reduced. Then what are the actions for risk mitigation? First of all, we should try to eliminate the risk. If not, then reduce the risk. If not, try to transfer the risk. If still it is not possible, then bear the risk. Just have an overview of ISO 3100 and AS 4360 framework. You can see 11 risk management principles, then comes risk management framework and the risk management processes. Then actually if we look at the framework for managing risk, we can see at the top the mandate and commitment from the top management. Then different 7 aspects of design of framework, implementation of the risk management, monitoring and review of the framework and continual improvement of the framework. Now let us see the 7 design aspects of risk management framework one by one. So if we look at the aspect number 1, it is understanding of the organization and its context. Before starting the design and implementation of the framework for managing risk, it is important to evaluate and understand both the external and internal context of the organization, since this can significantly influence the design of the framework, because the context of the organization may be different for different organizations. We have already discussed a lot about this external and internal context in previous videos. These are some of the external and internal contexts. The aspect number 2 is establishing risk management policy. Risk management policy include strategy, appetite, attitude and philosophy of the organization. A common definition of risk is the potential for loss or the diminishing opportunity for gain which can offset the achievement of the firm's business objectives. The common terminology through policy will facilitate communication across the business units. The risk management policy should clearly state the organization's objectives for and commitment to risk management. Typically, any risk management policy includes the organization's rationale for managing risk, links between the organization's objectives, policies and the risk management policy. accountabilities and responsibilities for managing risk, the way in which the conflicting interests are dealt with. The last one is commitment to review and improve the risk management policy and framework periodically and in response to an event or change in circumstances. Now let us have a look at aspect number 3. Aspect number 3 talks about risk architecture or accountability. The organization should ensure that there is accountability, authority and appropriate competence for managing risk, including implementing and maintaining the risk management process and ensuring the adequacy, effectiveness and efficiency of any controls. This includes identifying risk owners that have the accountability and authority to manage risk, identifying who is accountable for the development, implementation and maintenance of the framework for managing risk. Then identifying other responsibilities of people at all levels in organization for the risk management processes, and establishing key performance indicators and reporting and escalation process with appropriate level of recognition. The aspect number 4 talks about integration into organizational processes. Risk management should be embedded in all the organizational practices and processes in a way that it is relevant, effective and efficient. Aspect number 4 talks about integration into organizational processes. Risk management should be embedded in all the organizational practices and processes in a way that it is relevant, effective and efficient. The risk management process should become part of and not separate from those organizational processes. In particular, risk management should be embedded into the policy development, business and strategic planning and review and change management processes. There should be an organization-wide risk management plan to ensure that the risk management policy is implemented and risk management is embedded in all of the organizational practices and processes. The risk management plan can be integrated into other organizational plans such as strategic plan. Aspect number 5. Aspect number 5 talks about availability of resources. The organization should allocate appropriate resources for risk management in terms of people, skills, experience and competence. Resources needed for each aspect of risk management process, methods and tools to be used for managing risk, documented processes and procedures, information and knowledge management system and training programs. Aspect number 6 talks about establishing internal communication and reporting mechanism. The organization should establish internal communication and reporting mechanism in order to support and encourage accountability and ownership of risk. This should include any changes to key components of the risk management framework, effectiveness and the outcomes of the risk management processes in terms of key performance indicators. One should also ensure the consultation and participation in the risk management process from the people from all levels in the organization. And the last aspect of design of risk management framework is establishing external communication and reporting mechanism. The organization should develop and implement a plan as to how it will communicate with external stakeholders as appropriate. This should comply with legal, regulatory and governance requirements, providing feedback and reporting on communication and consultation from the external stakeholders, including situations like crisis or contingency. Risk management is reality for business owners and managers, regardless of the industry sectors or size of company. Well-run companies will have a comprehensive risk management framework in place to identify existing and potential risks and assess how to deal with them if they arise. Risk identification, measurement, mitigation, reporting and monitoring and governance are the 6 key pieces of any effective risk management framework. In next video, we will explain you about how this risk management framework can be used by different sectors like project management, financial sector, manufacturing industry, information technology, public sector and moreover our personal life. Once again, we would like to say that risk you are afraid to take could be the one that changes your life. Please do subscribe our channel. Your single like will motivate us to keep producing useful content for you. Stay safe, stay tuned. अपूर्वः कोपि पोषाये विद्यते तव भारती व्ययतो वृद्धि मायाति क्षय मायाति संचयात्। अर्थात हे सरस्वती, तेरा खजाना सचमुच अवर्णनीय है, खर्च करने से बढ़ता है और संभालने से कम होता है। थैंक यू।